25 seconds left, and eventually you've got to make a move on the attack. So they're going to move in towards the B site, but the rotates are through. NIP have got xand already ready behind the spawn, but he's going to be naded out. Now the players in Boathouse are isolated. xand able to find one through the smoke, and the kills are going to NIP for a little bit. They have absolutely no idea that cauanzin was there until the turret saw him, and he's gone. This is starting to go Fnatic's way.
Yeah, and the remaining two players don't really have the positioning to try and break back through. It's awkward for Boaster, though. He gets stuck in the mud, leaving it down into a 2v2 after plant. Both players to the back of site, and there's actually still a paranoia here for the defenders as they look to try and get back in. Oh, that could be such a huge problem. At least if they're holding the doorway, they can maybe force those close range angles, but NIP used the paranoia just to get through onto the site to break through those choke points, and now they'll look to duel. A shock dart out, Magnum's down, and that is a quick double for as much damage as they can in this one. Oh, wow. An early flash straight off the bat is exactly what we're talking about. The HUD hasn't even had a chance to catch up with everything because half the players are already dead. And while cauanzin has done incredible work, 2 kills with the frenzy from there. The flash almost grants another one for Bezany as well, but it is still going to be back into that 3v3 scenario. Now, just as in the last round, Mitch, too much damage here is already somewhat of a loss for Fnatic. Yeah, it's 2 rifles, right? Fnatic didn't come in here with any sort of Spectres or anything like that. This is their full buy round to already lose 2 players and NIP to have 3 remaining, you know, even footing. This is perfect. Now, the one downside for the NIP side is that they are set up on A. They've got all their utility there from Killjoy. They've got their players mostly playing around that area. And by the looks of it, I mean, Fnatic's spike was outside B. It had been dropped there. They went back and got it, but they haven't yet decided to go towards that B site. And depending on what they choose in the next couple of seconds, and Tom, they're starting to choose to go towards the A site. This could play perfectly into NIP's hands. Yeah, no rotation yet. I like this from NIP, just almost gambling. Now the smoke going through into mid could be the fake that they need, but because the drone's gone through elsewhere, already 1 player being spotted. And on the other side, they're going to have to try and clear some of these closer angles. The paranoia leaves them completely blind. The swing comes through, but the trades are so good. xand coming up with a couple, and now it's left all onto Fearoth. The players got hit there. He made the right call. John's backing off immediately. I love it. Doesn't overcommit, doesn't take any silly plays. We've seen teams do it far too often. This time we're on the back of the flash. xand, I don't know how he's gotten away with that much. That flash obviously saving his bacon. We're about to have a bloodbath within this B side because there's already a multitude of players on the other side. I don't think they've spotted the player in the corner either, so it becomes very awkward for Hyper. In fact, he's left all on his lonesome, and now the wallbangs start to come through on the other side. Both players taking a reasonable amount of damage, but it's cauanzin that comes off slightly worse for wear. That's very good for cauanzin, getting the first tag out already on the drone. He's going to keep them back a little bit longer as he makes his way through and hasn't quite been able to see them outside, but the job is done. They've stopped the B aggression. They've dealt with Hyper already, and very nicely as well. Having that player tucked in the corner, the 2 behind, the spam out of the Odin, it's a lot of pressure and a lot of details to keep track of while you're pushing on in there. Just overwhelmed Fnatic, and they're left back into a situation with a man disadvantage and no real map control. Yeah. So they're going to start pushing up mid to take it. Boaster taking a bit of damage, and Bezany's just absolutely wrecked him through the corner of the wall. And they've still got these aggressive positions. Like, Mistic hasn't actually got any control of this A site. A pop flash is being set up. They've got the information as well, and cauanzin just spamming. There's only 30 seconds, and Fnatic is still just trying to break through this angle, and they've been caught. Of course, it's Magnum finding that kill as well, with an Odin running in through a smoke on a short. But that's all he'll get. And in fact, that's all that Fnatic will get. Mistic's running for the hills, trying to get towards the attacker spawn so he can save this weapon. You see John on his way down middle, just 10 seconds on the clock. But that's quite a long time when they're hunting you this aggressively. Ambitious play. Being an insanely strong duelist, like I said, shortlist for pretty much every tier 1 team out there, but he's got to be able to put up the numbers. There's a great flash again from xand, but he'll be traded out this time. No one can quite res him back up, but they're not expecting BNJ to be here as well. And he is just getting away with murder. 2 quick kills on the back site and a spray down for 4. Thanks to his ult being down and was stopping them from using their utility on the way through the entire time. Now straight away, Fnatic are going to start out this round with a lockdown, but it looks like it's going to be a big old fake because they're rotating to the B site. In fact, the spike was already waiting outside of B. Oh my god. That is ridiculous for John to get 2 there, and now he knows he's caught them trying to run back. I mean, the players on A don't need to move though because they've got a comfortable advantage to play with at this point. Don't believe your hood.
There's only 3 players left for Fnatic.
Nice shot from Hyber. Oh, he's going to catch the second as well. Xand down, and, well, now they've at least got a little bit of hope back into this round. John's going to take the wide swing, and Hyber, well, he's just decimating at the moment. B&J might be about to make the same mistake, but I guess they don't expect another player to push through that angle. B&J will be able to clear at least this closer angle, but they've got to get rid of Hyber, who's looking to almost go for the ace at this point, but will fall back.
There's the reveal. They know both players are coming from the market of 4K for Hyper secured, and there's the ace.
Themselves another round, it's almost irrelevant, and again, it's looking like we've got that fast-paced push coming through from Fnatic. They've waited the time. Hyper's found himself the kill. It's the right click, so his knives are gone, but he's been able to retrieve himself a weapon. The pop flash is solid out from Boaster, and finally they've managed to take over this A side.
They knew that BNJ was there. He had just popped off one shot. They heard the sound cue. They react instantly. This is a much better round from Fnatic. It again comes on the back of Hyper, or should I say,
got our smoke down. Just make our way through. No one's going to flash this one mid. A little bit of mid control. And it does mean there has to be a slight switch in position. Did he manage to actually tag the player at the back as well? I think it has. So I think it's forced out a couple of positions. Now Hyber, I think, will have a rough idea, but the pop flash has just kept him back that little bit longer. And in the meantime, the drone's starting to come through on the other side.
Is Shanji big brain? Is he huge? Did he just use the flash on mid and then he's rotated instantly to short? I almost felt like that was a reaction play, like, oh, Shanji's mid, we got short, go. He's not going to flash through the smoke, and then he's already here, back in that position that he's been in time and time again. But he's going to make that noise. He's going to try to keep them back. And actually, it's dragged some rotations over as well. You know, just a little bit of utility being used up here by Fnatic, and it's really selling it to NIP that they're defaulting back to the same old A play. 4 players on this A side, and 1 way outside in spawn with an Odin. Still dangerous, though, and especially with the recon online. They need to destroy that right away, and they have done just that. What a spam!
Just guess.
Jump darts.
Actually, they've got the lockdown, but they won't actually cover out the back of the site, and because of that, some of the positions are still going to be hold. Hyber is at least slowing them down a little bit. The remaining 2 are stuck in the back of the site, but remember, there's still 1 man lurking in the dark. It may not matter, though. BNJ's just gone sprinting in. Now, they need to get rid of Fearoth, and they don't know. They don't know the Boaster's behind. He could just end this round in his own. The first goes his way, and now the panic sets in for BNJ. A solid flank.
They're not being given anything. And with 45 seconds left, again, we put the pressure onto Fnatic to make their way up to blitz on in. Hyber is going to be spotted and taken down. Jonn is clean with 2 quick kills. And NIP have got control over this round, and Fnatic have to blitz out into Jonn, who just keeps on delivering. Fearoth will try his best. 5 HP and ace needed, and it's not.
If any post-plant scenarios, most of them have just been won by the time the spike actually goes down. And so I don't know how useful that's necessarily going to be. Early utility already expended, and Hyber's actually just gone straight through it! He just dashes into Shandy's face and just takes him out before he can even react with the flash. Benzi's also just gone down to a nano swarm. It leaves B&J as like the lone defender of this site, somehow dancing between the remaining players, keeping things close. Now Jonn comes through, just tapping away at their heads, and this is starting to get dangerous for Fnatic.
I'm not even sure how B&J is still alive. That Hunter's Fury's looking for Jonn, and it almost catches his feet. He noticed at the last second. Oh, and with that kill on the Boaster, the round is main. Already spotted that Jonn's up close. I mean, you've got to deal with Jonn. You know this guy. He's going to take 3-4 kills if you don't take him down. He's pushed through with an Odin. What a madman. The Odin wall bang from Fearoth to finally deal with Jonn. This is where the rest of NIP come big. And it's Shanji, the flash again. But only 1 found on the back of it.
And the remaining players are still yet to rotate through. The paranoia won't really grant anything. Oh, never mind. Blinds Mistic enough that he can't do much, and Fearoth left in a 1v2 scenario, unable to get the spike down, but he picks both of them, but he can't quite get anything. They managed to dodge just through the edge, trying to get something. Oh, there's no way he clutches this with just 10 bullets of an Odin. First kill goes his way, but he switches, and now the time becomes the issue. Just 12 seconds left, and B&J will... An aggressive position already being held by Hyber. He's just going to try and hit the headshot and get out of there, and unfortunately, no headshot to be found.
At least he does the latter, getting out of there safely. Turret going to be destroyed up close. Jonn with the reload, and this Danger Man's now moving into the site. Already tagged up once, flashed up, not able to get too much done at the start, but now here he comes, closing in the distance, and this is where the frenzy really thrives. The shots aren't going to land, and 1 headshot's not quite enough, but it has weakened up MAGNUM, making it easier to be taken down by BNJ.
well, this is a straight-up B push. There is nothing other than this. They are all going straight through B main, and Fnatic have been... No, I don't think so.
Yes, I mean, at this point, they have to just play hard retake. There's no way to get back in there and try to fight this, surely. But hold on, maybe they're going to pop that flash through. John's in the smoke. He's taking a triple. What is this guy doing? Still alive as well, running around and taking heads. This guy is just something else. Fearoth, the final man standing, as a 1v3 with a sheriff in hand. And I think I know the end of this story. We'll see. There's damage done at least to cauanzin, but with John still alive.
I've seen someone clutch a situation like this with a sheriff.
Don't you even start. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Not my
It's the next map up as well, and Fearoth's on the server. I don't want to hear about a sheriff 1v4 on split, okay?
Oh, he's got a rifle now. And he's just going to leave. To be honest,
right call.
If he can get even one kill and then leave, this is actually a really successful round for Fnatic for a bonus. Of course, they're in a spot where, realistically, winning it would have been ideal just to get them back into a position where they have a good economy and they can actually start to close this out. How much damage can Fearoth do here? He's got himself one. Anything more would have been great, but Jonn, second half is a pretty good sign.
Well, this is going to be quite a fast round. John's already going in there. I'm scared of this guy on attack with a Blade Storm.
He's just attacking
Fnatic are too. They're playing a hard retake, and of course they are. Look at what Magnum has to work with.
No one's destroyed. Sorry, if I leave.
Doing 50 damage to Timmy. All right. So we're going to have double lockdowns coming into play. That's going to be an interesting scenario. Hyper already caught one, but is he ready? Oh, he shouldn't be. Why would he? That's a great kill. Oh. a little bit awkward.
The thing is, they only really had pistols in this round anyway, so they're just trying to get what they can. cauanzin with a nice shot, but they've already managed to defuse. And for Jandy here, he's got an operator, so he's just gonna...
And he wanted to go and look for anyone coming out of market. His timing is going to be key. Oh, again, they miss each other. Ships in the night, and eventually John will land the shot. And it's Magnum that he's taken down, now swinging wider. Hybrid will catch, will trade. And Shanji's losing some HP, but they've got the A site for their troubles.
Yeah, there wasn't much to stop them because of the setup that was in onto mid, so it's this same after plant, which Fnatic have been relatively good at getting back in on. They also have nearly all of their utility. They didn't use
Mistic.
any of it in the early stages of this round.
You naughty boy, Mistic. He's holding it. He knows. Oh, oh no, the timing. Oh, the timing.
Okay, he gets there in the end. It's fine.
Whew, that wasn't an awkward fight. All right, so NIP in a position on site. 3 players left alive. Fnatic are going to be blitzing in. They've even got the Blade Storm to work with here. Hyber looking to find some victims, and there goes Mistic, but NIP just can't find the kills. They need BNJ, the last man alive, to go huge. No one's cleared down below. He's already got 2. BNJ gets it done. It popped out anywhere. It feels like he's keeping that for a reactive play. As they start to push in, Hyber going to be finding one from afar. The Odin trying to take him down and doing a damn good job of it. Boaster, oh, he's going to be caught. That play not quite working out. Fearoth will do his best from up above. 2 kills already under his belt. He's ready for more, but has to back out. 10 seconds left. Hunter's Fury to try and tag them, take them down, but he won't be able to deny the spike plant. He won't be able to get the kill with it either.
Close.
And Magnum, well, he almost catches him shifting over towards the boxes. But they've missed it again, and this is so scary. That Odin tucked in the corner. Bezany able to react off the back of it, and that's so beautiful from NIP. NIP were playing that Odin wallbang every single round, so they know well to avoid those early sprays, and it's a fast play in through market, but Fnatic have stacked up with 3 players currently on the site. The weaker weapon's going to be put to the test. Hyber already finding the first, but they've let John right through. He's come in through market, taken the first, and now look at Shanji in through the smoke. This is a textbook play for NIP, apparently. Boaster not able to get anything done. This is left down to Fearoth. He's got to take down the final 3 players, and Spike is right in front of him. He's even upgraded to a Vandal. He's not going to be detected up close, but the flash is about to come around the corner. That is huge for Shanji. Those flashes have been hand